You thought the door closed because you failed. You believed the silence was rejection. But what if the path was blocked to protect you? This isn't about failure. This isn't about losing. This is a divine detour, a sacred interruption, designed to expose what was hidden, to show you the truth behind who was never meant to walk beside you. This message is for the chosen ones, those who feel forgotten, abandoned, misunderstood. For those who wonder why certain doors slammed, shut just as they were about to step forward. What if God closed the path not to punish you, but to reveal the real journey, to show you that some were never intended to travel with you? Stay with me now, because by the end, you will see the purpose behind every closed door, every lost companion, every silent moment, and you will understand why your destiny demands these separations. If you feel called by this message, take a moment, like this video, subscribe if you haven't yet, and comment 99. Why 99? Because in Scripture, 99 represents the one who was lost, the one God pursues relentlessly, the one chosen to be found and lifted. You are that one. Let's begin. Have you ever noticed how, when a door closes suddenly in your life, it doesn't just block the way, it reveals something deeper? Every time God closes a path for you, it's not just a shutdown. It's a divine spotlight, illuminating what was hidden in plain sight. Separation is not random. It's revelation. God doesn't separate you to punish or abandon you. No, He separates to expose, to bring to light the shadows hiding in the relationships, the friendships, the partnerships around you. When the path is open and the blessings flow freely, everyone seems to walk alongside you. But what happens when the blessings pause? When the favor isn't loud and clear? When the light dims? That's when true colors emerge. The people who were never truly aligned with your calling suddenly become clear. They were walking with you because the journey was easy, the benefits visible, the spotlight on you. But as soon as the light flickered, they walked away. Not because you failed, not because you were less, but because their presence was never meant to be permanent. This is the hard truth. Not everyone who walks with you is meant to finish the race. Some are there to teach you lessons, others to test your faith. But the ones who leave when the blessings pause, they were never truly on your path. They were simply passing through, shadows that God reveals, so you learn who to trust and who to release. Think about it deeply. Who walked away when the light dimmed? Who stopped calling when your prayers went unanswered? Who disappeared in the silence after the storm hit? This is God's way of protecting your destiny. The closed doors are not walls, but mirrors, reflecting back the truth of your relationships. When God shuts the way, He is pulling back the curtain on what was never meant to accompany you forward. And here is the profound mystery. The people who stay in the dark times, the ones who do not falter when the path is steep, are the ones chosen to walk your future with you. The rest? Their departure was your deliverance. But separation goes beyond relationships. Sometimes God closes paths because certain opportunities, certain directions, are not part of your divine plan. The closed road reveals where your true calling lies by stripping away distractions. It's an unveiling process, a divine filtration. You might feel pain, you might feel confusion or betrayal, but hold this truth close. The path closed because God is revealing what your heart and destiny truly require. Every closed door is a divine spotlight on what must be released for you to step fully into who you were created to be. Now, here is what most don't realize. This revealing separation is only the beginning. Behind the closure, behind the pain, is a preparation happening in the unseen. But before we reach that revelation, you must wrestle with this question. Are you ready to see clearly who your real allies are? Are you prepared to let go of what God is exposing? Will you trust the process when everything seems to be breaking down, because the path ahead is not just about what is lost, it is about what is being revealed. And when you realize that separation is revelation, you begin to see that every painful goodbye, every sudden end, is actually a sacred unveiling, a divine filter, a call to clarity. But this clarity is not comfortable. It is unsettling. It disrupts your old beliefs and forces you to confront hard realities about who belongs in your life and who does not. This is where the true test begins. And what God reveals next will change everything. So I ask you, are you prepared for the next revelation? Because what God exposed in this separation is just the surface. The next truth is deeper, more profound, and far more powerful. Hold on tight. The journey of revelation has only just begun. You may have felt stuck. You may have looked at the delays, the closed doors, and wondered, why is this happening to me? Why is God making you wait? Why is the path that once seemed clear now clouded by silence and uncertainty? The truth you need to hear today is this. What you call delay was never just a pause or a setback. It was divine protection. There is a hidden warfare happening behind the scenes of your life, one you cannot see with human eyes, but God sees perfectly. While you were feeling the sting of rejection, while your heart ached in the quiet moments of waiting, God was moving to defend you, defend your heart, defend your calling, defend your destiny. Some people, some influences, were positioned dangerously close to your purpose. They seemed like allies, companions walking beside you, but in truth, they carried silent weapons, envy, doubt, distraction, and sabotage. These hidden dangers could have crippled your destiny if allowed access. Imagine it like this. You're walking a path to a treasure hidden deep in a forest. You need guides, companions, but some who appear to walk with you have masks. Beneath their friendly faces lie intentions that would have led you astray, making you lose your way forever. God, in His infinite wisdom, saw these dangers long before you did. He closed the path, not to punish you, but to shield you from harm you could not yet comprehend. It's easy to mistake this protection for rejection. It's easy to feel abandoned or overlooked when you experience these divine delays. But rejection and delay are not the same. Rejection is human. It is often cruel, painful, and short-sighted. But divine delay is strategic. It is a divine firewall. It is a buffer zone created by God's hand to keep you safe. When you feel the weight of doors closing, hear the silence from those who once spoke to you, and sense the stillness where once there was movement, know this. It is not because you are unwanted. It is because God is removing the hidden dangers from your path. Some of the people who left your life, whether they did so quietly or loudly, were never meant to be vessels of your breakthrough. Their presence might have invited chaos. Their intentions, even if disguised as kindness, could have unleashed destruction. God's divine protection is often misunderstood because it comes wrapped in pain and uncertainty. But behind that pain is a shield, forged by love and wisdom far beyond your understanding. You see, God's vision transcends time. He sees what you cannot. He sees the seeds of betrayal that would grow in your circle if left unchecked. He sees the shadows lurking behind smiling faces. and he acts decisively to protect what he has entrusted to you. This divine defense is not a sign of weakness in your journey. It is a sign of its sacredness. It tells you that what you carry is precious and worth guarding fiercely. Rejection was redirection. Their absence was your covering. And now here's the most astonishing truth that often escapes us. The people who remain, those who stand firm despite the silence, are often the true protectors, placed by God to guard your heart and help you advance when the time is right. The divine delay is a test, a refining fire. It is a moment that separates the wheat from the chaff in your relationships and your spiritual walk. So, when you feel abandoned, when you question the silence and the waiting, don't despair. Instead, ask, what hidden dangers am I being protected from? What unseen attacks has God already blocked on my behalf? Who or what has been removed to preserve my destiny? These questions lead to a revelation that changes everything. The closed path is not a barrier. It is a barricade against harm. It is a divine fortress. But now, lean in closer, because the moment of revelation is about to deepen. What if the very people you long to have back in your life are the ones who were never meant to accompany you forward? What if their absence is not loss, but liberation? And what if God's protection goes even deeper than removing people? What if it's removing entire situations, dreams, or plans that could have derailed your destiny forever? This isn't just about people. This is about guarding your anointing, your purpose, and the sacred call on your life from hidden dangers that you never saw coming. And here is the question you must wrestle with now. Are you willing to trust God's protective hand even when you cannot see the threat? Can you find peace in divine delay, knowing it shields you from unseen destruction? Because the truth is this: God's protective delays are preparing you for a breakthrough so profound, so powerful, that anything less than perfect preparation would destroy it. And behind this protective delay lies a divine secret, a secret that will be revealed in the next part of this journey. Hold on. The path is closing, not to stop you, but to keep you safe. But the greatest revelation is yet to come. There is a profound difference between being left behind and being set apart. And it is crucial that you understand this truth today, because what you're experiencing is not abandonment or failure. It is a divine selection. When the path closes before you, when you find yourself standing alone where once there was company, it's easy to feel excluded, to think you were forgotten, to believe you were cast aside like a lost cause. But the reality is the exact opposite. God is not the author of isolation to break you down. He is the architect of solitude to build you up. The moments when you feel hidden, forgotten, or unseen, these are not the moments of your defeat. They are the sacred seasons of your preparation. The quiet workshops where God shapes your heart, your mind, and your spirit, far away from the noise and distractions of the world. This is the secret many miss. Being hidden is part of being chosen. God does not reveal his chosen ones in the crowds. He doesn't unveil them on the busiest streets. He prepares them in the shadows, in the silence, in the places where only faith and perseverance can reach. This is a time of private building, where your character is forged like steel in the furnace of quiet trials. You are being trained, tested, and strengthened, not to be stuck, but to be sharpened. The closed path isn't a wall blocking your progress. It is a workshop, a retreat, a sacred sanctum where the raw material of your destiny is being crafted. into something glorious. While others rushed ahead, you were paused. But this pause was not a punishment. It was a blessing disguised as silence. You are being prepared to walk a road that few have the strength to travel. This road demands endurance, patience, and a heart refined by solitude and prayer. There is a divine pattern here. Look at every great story in scripture and history. Before the chosen ones could fulfill their destinies, they were set apart. Moses spent decades in the desert. Joseph was forgotten in prison. David was a shepherd in the wilderness. Esther waited in the palace courts. Jesus himself withdrew into the wilderness before his ministry began. This is not coincidence. It is a divine design. Your isolation is a signal, not of loss, but of selection. You are being lifted out of the ordinary. You are being prepared for a purpose so sacred and so powerful it requires the quiet growth of your soul. And here's the paradox. While you feel hidden, God is making you visible to the spiritual realm. Angels are assigned to you. Doors are being arranged. Your destiny is being written not on the loud stage of the world, but in the quiet chamber of preparation. You are being molded into a vessel worthy of carrying light into places others dare not enter. But this process demands faith. It demands trust in the invisible. It demands that you believe, even when you cannot see. Now ask yourself, are you willing to embrace the hidden seasons? Can you find hope in solitude? Will you let God build you privately so he can reveal you publicly? Because here is the crucial truth you need to hear. The path that closed was not meant to stop your journey. It was meant to set you apart from the crowd so that when you step forward, your impact will be unmistakable. The hidden preparation is the soil where your future greatness takes root. And just as seeds must be buried in darkness before they sprout, so too must you be hidden before you rise. But the greatest revelation about being set apart is still coming. There is a moment approaching, a moment when the quiet will break, when the hidden will be revealed, when the private preparation will explode into public victory. That moment will demand everything you have been building in the shadows. Will you be ready? Will you stand firm when the spotlight finally shines? The truth is, this preparation is not just a waiting period. It is your launch pad, and behind this launch pad lies a secret destiny waiting to be unleashed. So, hold on to your faith tightly, because what God is preparing in the silence will soon shake the earth. But the full revelation of this preparation is a story for what comes next. When the path closed, it wasn't just a simple end or a pause in your journey. It was a seismic event, a disruption with a divine purpose far beyond what meets the eye. You see, disruption is not just about the external circumstances. It's a spiritual test, a soul-shaking moment that strips away the facade and reveals what is truly inside the hearts of those around you. When everything was smooth and the road was clear, many walked alongside you. Their words were encouraging, their smiles were wide, their presence felt reliable. But disruption came, and suddenly, the atmosphere changed. Favor paused. The flow slowed. The blessings seemed distant. And with that pause, so did their loyalty. This was no coincidence. This was a divine unveiling. God allowed the storm to come, not to break you, not to ruin your dreams, but to expose who could not stand the rain. There is a deep, hidden wisdom in this exposure, because loyalty in times of ease is common. But loyalty when the storm rages, that is rare, sacred, and priceless. When disruption strikes, many reveal their true intentions. Some disappear quietly, leaving you to face the storm alone. Others speak words of comfort but act with distance. Some even turn their backs, unable or unwilling to bear the hardship alongside you. This exposure is painful. It cuts deep. It wounds your spirit. But it is necessary. Why? Because your destiny depends on those who can weather the storms with you. Those who only follow when the sun shines are not your true allies. They are shadows that vanish with the light. This storm is a divine sifting. It separates the faithful from the fair weather friends. It strips away the masks, the pretenses, and the conditional support. Look carefully at those who stayed, those who didn't flinch, those who offered hands to hold instead of backs to turn. These are the ones God has chosen to journey forward with you. These are your true partners in the divine mission ahead. And what about those who left? Their departure was a sacred removal, a clearing of the path for what is truly meant to remain. Disruption reveals true hearts. It is God's way of purifying your circle, so the core of your support is genuine, steadfast, and spiritually aligned. Now, this revelation should inspire you, not discourage you, because knowing who stands firm gives you power. It equips you to build relationships that last, and to trust those who will hold your vision, even in the darkest nights. And here is the most urgent question you must ask yourself. Who revealed their true heart in your season of disruption? Who stood with you when the storms came? And who disappeared, leaving you to face the rain alone? Because these answers will shape your future steps. They will determine the company you keep and the legacy you build. But this disruption does more than reveal people. It reveals something even more profound. It exposes the strength of your own heart. It forces you to confront your fears, your doubts, and your resolve. It challenges you to ask, how strong is my faith when the storm rages? Will I stand firm even if everyone else falls away? Am I ready to become the anchor for others in the next storms? Because the greatest revelation of disruption is this: it is not just about who stands with you, but who you become when everything shakes. You are being forged in the fire of disruption, shaped into a warrior, a leader, a beacon. And the storm, as harsh as it feels, is actually the catalyst for your greatest transformation. So hold on to this truth tightly. God did not let the storm come to destroy you. He let it come to reveal what was always inside you, and to expose who could truly stand beside you through it all. But the most powerful part of this revelation is still ahead. The storm is only the beginning. The real test and the real triumph await just beyond the horizon. Stay close, because what comes next will change everything. When God closes a door, it's never a random act of rejection or defeat. It's a deliberate divine maneuver, a strategic repositioning in the grand battle for your destiny. You might look at the closed path and feel lost, confused, even betrayed. You wonder why the opportunity vanished just as you reached for it. Why the dream slipped through your fingers when you were so close. But what you are experiencing is not a detour. It is a setup. God is repositioning you, not abandoning you. He is moving you out of a place of limitation, stagnation, or danger into a place primed for breakthrough. Sometimes what seems like a setback is the prelude to your greatest advancement. There is a divine wisdom in these closed doors, a greater plan unfolding beyond your sight. You see, God does not allow you to carry dead weight into your destiny. He does not want you to be burdened by the distractions, doubts, or detours that could slow you down or derail your purpose. That closed door is God's way of clearing the path, removing the obstacles, making space for the blessings, opportunities, and people who are truly meant to be part of your journey. It's a ruthless kindness, a loving pruning that feels painful but is necessary. Think about it. If you walked into your destiny weighed down by false hopes, broken alliances, or lingering regrets, you would stumble. You would be unprepared for the responsibility and glory ahead. God's delay is a divine pause, designed to position you strategically for what's next. He is not late. He is not absent. He is orchestrating every moment with precision. The door you see closed is simply the entrance to a greater door, one that will open at the perfect time, revealing a path so powerful, so aligned with your true calling, that every moment of waiting will make sense. This waiting is not wasted time. It is sacred preparation. It's a season where your vision sharpens, your faith deepens, and your spirit grows stronger. And when the right door opens, you will step through with confidence, carrying only what will propel you forward. No excess baggage, no dead weight, no distractions. You will be lighter, freer, and more aligned than ever before. This is God's strategic positioning, setting you up to launch into your destiny with power and purpose. And here is the question you must wrestle with. Are you willing to trust God's timing, even when it doesn't make sense? Can you believe that every closed door is making space for a greater opportunity? Will you let go of the past so you can fully embrace what is coming? Because what God is preparing for you is not just another opportunity. It's your true calling, a purpose so grand it will change your life and the lives of those around you forever. And behind this closed door lies a secret that will redefine everything you thought you knew about your journey. A secret that is about to be revealed, so profound, so transformative, that it will shake your soul and ignite your destiny. So stay ready, stay expectant, because the door is closing not to keep you out, but to open a gateway to your destiny, unlike anything you have ever imagined. And the next moment will change everything. Listen closely, because this is the moment you've been prepared for. The storm you faced was never meant to break you. The doors that slammed shut were never meant to imprison you. They couldn't go with you, because they were never assigned to your future. Every person, every event, every closed path was part of God's sacred design. A divine pruning to elevate you beyond what you ever dreamed possible. The closed path was not the end. It was the beginning of your elevation. Right now, you stand at the edge of something greater, something powerful and unstoppable. Stop mourning what left. Stop chasing what God removed. This is not loss. This is launch. You are being elevated. You are being separated. You are being launched, propelled by God's own hand into your divine purpose. You are not alone. You are chosen, and the path that closed was the proof. Now, I want you to declare this in the comments below. I am chosen. I am elevated. I am launching into my destiny. Say it with faith. Say it with power. Say it knowing that the heavens are aligning for your breakthrough. Remember this moment. Let these words echo in your soul long after this video ends. You are more than a survivor. You are a warrior. You are more than a dreamer. You are a destined conqueror. Rise up with boldness. Step forward with unstoppable faith. The closed path was never a wall. It was your launch pad, and now you launch.